In this video, we'll talk about 10 ways to improve your mental health. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to our channel, Psychology Pub, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can also check out our special offer through the link in the description box below. According to statistics, 13% of the world's population suffer from a mental health disorder. In the United States, 1 in 4 adults deal with a diagnosable condition, and each year, 8 million people worldwide die from various related issues. These are concerning numbers that should definitely be taken seriously. The good news is that you can prevent yourself from being part of these unfortunate statistics. As you'll see in this video, we have for you 10 actionable tips that could help improve your overall mental health. You likely know about many of these tips, but these are always worth mentioning. Learn a new skill. Try to look up the most telltale signs of depression. You'll find things like loss of interest in pleasurable activities, feelings of hopelessness and worthlessness, insomnia or oversleeping. Other symptoms include the physical inability to get out of bed. And if you read about people's first-hand experiences, you may get the sense of despair and their feeling of having an absence of something to live for. This is why many experts recommend learning a new skill to boost one's mental health. It could be as simple as learning how to whistle with your fingers, or as profound as learning a new language or a musical instrument. And thanks to modern technology, learning anything from scratch is much easier and achievable. By trying to master a new skill, you're given a feeling of fulfillment that you're doing something with your life. Progress, after all, is an addictive and powerful drug. Surround yourself with genuine, good-hearted people. Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. Birds of the same feather flock together. These are 2 sayings we've all heard growing up, and they bear the same message. The people you're surrounded with have a great influence on you. In essence, you become who they are, and vice versa. Surround yourself with negative people that do nothing but pull you down. You will feel eternally stuck in the mud. At worst, it can lead you to devalue yourself. But if you're surrounded with people who will encourage your growth and lift your spirits, you have no other way to go but up. Your family will always be there for you, even if you had your differences in the past. So will your closest, oldest friends. We only have a finite time in this world, and it would be best spent with people who will enrich our lives. Remind yourself about the things you're grateful for. It's easy to fall into the trap of negativity, especially if you're constantly exposed to it. You'll see it in many forms, especially if you spend a chunk of your time watching the news or browsing through social media. It's also easy to overlook the beautiful things in life, but it doesn't always have to be that way. You can remind yourself about the many reasons to be grateful. Here's a practice you can do every morning upon waking up. Instead of grabbing your phone, first thing, grab a pen and a notebook. Write down at least 3 things you're grateful for. You could go with a similar list as yesterday, but try to have something different each time around. You could express gratitude for having a roof over your head, food to keep you nourished, and people that have your best interest at heart. There will always be something to be thankful for. You don't even need to rack your brain for it. Get enough sunlight. Doctors will tell you how sunlight is a great source of vitamin D. In terms of our physical health, adequate sunlight exposure helps boost our immune system, helps our bodies absorb calcium to strengthen our bones, and enhances our heart's health. Sunlight exposure also helps maintain our mental health. Studies have shown that vitamin D from the sun also helps release vital brain chemicals like endorphins and serotonin to improve our mood. It's also why many people who live in colder countries experience seasonal affective disorder, where they feel more depressed during the winter when there is less sunlight. Some of them resort to using a special light therapy lamp to give them their much-needed light exposure. Experts recommend 20 to 30 minutes per day of morning sun exposure at around 7 to 9 a.m. This should give you more reasons to start your day earlier. Have a healthy sleep hygiene. In the short term, sleep deprivation may make you feel tired, irritable, and unproductive. In the long run, that lack of adequate sleep may eventually affect your physical and mental health. In terms of the latter, it may lead to episodes of depression and anxiety. That's because you're essentially hindering your brain from properly recovering, which mostly happens while you sleep. Prevent these problems by having healthy sleep hygiene, and consistency is key here. You can start by going to bed around the same time each night, staying away from the blue light of your smart devices before bedtime, and making sure your room is dark, quiet, and cool enough for your comfort. Practice these tips and turn them into a habit. Before you know it, you'll be sleeping way better and feeling much more alive and productive each day. Live an active lifestyle. Any doctor or mental health expert will agree that exercise is one of the best ways to prevent mental health conditions. Studies note that doing a 30-minute workout at least thrice a week lowers the risk of depression by 30%. Apart from doing wonders for our physical health, working out gives us an instant shot of endorphins that beats any stimulant drug out there. It's also why there is such a thing called the runner's high. Now, you don't always need to do strenuous exercises, especially if your body cannot permit it. A brisk walk around your neighborhood will do just fine. Yoga is another low-impact option, and there are many variations to accommodate all ages and body conditions. The key here is to avoid being sedentary for long periods. Always make it a point to get off the couch and move around. You may not feel like doing so at times, but push yourself through it. You'll thank yourself later. Do something you enjoy. We all have a favorite hobby or pastime. It could be listening to music, reading books, or watching fail videos on YouTube. And even if you're feeling down in the dumps, you will always have that one activity that will put a smile on your face. If you happen to be going through a rough time in your life, doing that one thing that you love can help you take your mind off it, even just for a few moments. It can reduce your stress levels and even boost your self-esteem. Learn to accept who you are. People who deal with mental health issues also struggle with their self-esteem. They tend to feel inadequate, unskilled, and useless. They fail to see their strengths because their weaknesses speak too loudly. No matter who you are or what you do in life, you will have something to be proud about. If you know you've put in the work, you know you have accomplishments to associate yourself with. Learn to appreciate your strengths and embrace your weaknesses. These are the building blocks of who you are. If this is something you're greatly struggling about, a good way to start would be by not comparing yourself with others. Focus on building yourself up and becoming a better person than you were the day before. Life gives us a chance to better ourselves every single day, and we should take advantage of that. Do some mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is the mental calisthenics you do, similar to the physical exercises for your body. It helps condition the mind to be more present and not worry about the future or ruminate about the past. It helps you appreciate what you currently have, which will ultimately make you enjoy life more. Science even backs this up. According to studies, mindfulness meditation can enhance attentional capacities and emotion regulation strategies. It also showed some evidence of reducing anxiety and depression symptoms. The great thing about mindfulness meditation is that you only need at least 10 minutes of your day to do this. Find a spot in your home where you can relax and quiet your mind. You can also use guided meditation apps to help you through this process. Break your routines. We all have our daily routines, and if we've been doing them long enough, these actions may feel robotic and monotonous, which makes life less interesting. This isn't to say that you should scrap these rituals altogether, but from time to time, you can switch things up just to break that monotony. So if you're used to doing Pilates at home for your daily workouts, you can do some boxing for this particular day instead. If you usually do Taco Tuesdays, you can have an Italian night just for this week. Switching up routines will keep you on your toes and give you a fresh perspective in life, which should benefit your mental health in more ways than one. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel Psychology Pub for more videos like this.